ice on. Yeah, I know that I be loaded, but I'm focused. Never lacking, pistol packing when I'm rolling. Had a dream that I made it, I got me feeling like I'm chosen. Soon as I get home, take off them thongs and bust it open.
Wait, this is my last video of the night. I ain't gonna lie, I low-key wasn't gonna do this video, but since it's my last video of the night and he just dropped this, damn shit, I might as well. Shout out to Flacco, man. I react to all your shit though. I ain't gonna cap. You be having some good shit, and then you put it in context clues, like you put it in I fuck with how you do it. You give us the clips and shit.
He's finally got his revenge on this snake, Rashad McCants, and it's so satisfying to see. For the last year and a half, Gilbert Arenas has been fighting for his podcast and the brand that he created. Underdog Sports essentially stole his podcast right from under him. See, they entered into a partnership where Underdog will front the production costs and pay Gilbert Arenas and his co-hosts. In exchange, they will own the YouTube channel that the podcast will be on. They slowly but surely stole Gilbert Arenas' podcast and brand from him. They brought on Skip Bayless. They took Gilbert Arenas from 5 days a week to about 2 days a week while giving Skip Bayless and the football show 3 days a week. So that was kind of weird and odd. That was not really agreed upon. But then they sent Gilbert home towards the end of his contract, and then they essentially was doing a show without Gilbert in the middle of the NBA playoffs. So that right there was a spit in the face, but that right there was when Gilbert said, you know what, I'm done. Gil felt comfortable walking away from Underdog because he thought he had the leverage. He knew that his co-hosts, their contracts was expiring and up for renewal with Underdog in a couple of months. So if he walks away, he can just start a podcast, and once his co-host contract expires with Underdogs, they'll all just join him on his new podcast, effectively leaving Underdog without a podcast to really run. So yeah, they stole Gilbert's show, but is it really a show if all the co-hosts leaves and join Gilbert? And Gil was confident that these dudes would be loyal to him because he's the reason why they even got into podcasting the media. He's the one who gave them their first opportunity, and no way would they allow a company to get in the middle of what they started. No way they would allow a company to step in, steal a show from Gilbert, kick him off the show, and then still stay with that show. Underdog had a clause within their contract. I guess they saw this coming, where Gilbert is not allowed to negotiate or talk terms of a new contract with any of the hosts while they're under contract with Underdog. So for the most part, when Gilbert Arenas went home, he's not allowed to talk a contract or offer them a contract. So he's just operating under blind faith. I know my guys. I know when their contract is up and we're able to talk, they're gonna come and join me. I don't even need to talk about it. Gilbert had all this faith in everybody on the team until he turned on social media one day and seen Rashad McCants, one of the original co-hosts that he gave his first opportunity to, stuck his neck out for, kept him employed when all the fans wanted him gone. He's seen Rashad McCants go on the Underdog podcast immediately after Gilbert Arenas was fired and pledge his allegiance to Underdog. And not just pledge his allegiance to Underdog, claim he's not going anywhere, he's staying at Underdog, effectively taking him out of the conversation of going back to Gil Arena and doing a podcast with Gil once his contract expires. But he would also go off on the co-host and call them disloyal and say they're not as loyal to Underdog as he is. So not only is he pledging allegiance to Underdog, he's trying to convince the co-host to pledge allegiance to Underdog too and not go back to Gil Arena.
Grab that.
Rashad. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to Underdog. You know, I had to wear what I'm so proud to be wearing, you know, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove as the #1 sports show on the internet, YouTube, everywhere else. I just want to be able to.
He's sucking. Crazy.
Oh. Oh. I almost spit that water everywhere.
I guess the gloves was off, right, Nick? I guess the gloves were off.
Oh.
And I shook your hand before the show.
But I talked about my lungs. Brian subject, and you.
Okay.
It's Glaze Wednesday.
You said this.
Okay.
Wednesday's the day.
Thanks again. You know, obviously he's picked sides, but we already know where he's gonna go. So, back to my point.
You get to really see what people's characters are made of when they feel like they have leverage over you. See, when Rashad McCants, you know, is just the employee and Gilbert Arenas is like the boss, his true character towards Gil can't really show, but now is really showing. He's even snitching on Nick Young in real time. Yeah. Y'all see how he's acting? Yeah, you already know where he's gonna go. Telling the bosses, yeah, Nick is gonna go back to Gil once his contract is over, but I'm here to stay. Now, when Gil saw, Gil was disappointed. Gil was like really disappointed in Rashad McCants for doing something like this because he felt like it was just treason. Like, why? Right? Like, why would you do something like this? Like, why not be loyal to somebody who essentially gave you the opportunity in the first place? You wouldn't be an underdog without Gilbert Arenas.
First and foremost,
are you nervous, baby?
Yeah, baby. He said he's making his decision right now.
I'm so proud to be wearing, giving us the opportunity to be able to show and prove.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Sports show on the internet.
They gave me the opportunity. I gave you the opportunity.
Ooh.
No, Nick, not. No, he's serious. Oh, he's making his decision. Don't laugh, King, and stop laughing.
Everywhere.
I guess I left off, man.
Skip. Stop laughing, Brandon. Stop laughing. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Be serious.
LeBron said,
It's a Glaze Wednesday.
you said this.
Okay. Thanks again. Obviously he's picked sides. So we already know where he's going.
Oh my God, Fredo! So you're not on my side. You're not with us. You was one of my best soldiers.
Oh, baby, what you gonna do?
We do got a seat open.
Yep.
Pat Bev, Evan Turner. Baby, can you get them? God.
Don't be mad, baby.
That's not even the worst of it. Gilbert will find out from a former producer from on the show that apparently
I hate when my shit start loading like right in the middle of some shit.
Rashad McCants and other people on the show was talking trash about Gilbert Arenas to the bosses. So Gil hires them, give him an opportunity. The bosses steals Gil's show from underneath him, get rid of him. Instead of them riding with Gil, once Gil leaves, they start talking trash about Gil to the bosses to gain favor with the bosses. Just one of the nastiest things anybody can ever do.
I tell you everything saying while you wasn't there, Gil. There was a lot of snickering going on, man. I recorded some of that too, man. I tell you. You know how I am. You know my phone full of I kept meaning to wear my recording glasses. I didn't want to make it too obvious though.
I run around with the meta glasses on recording. Weird. This is interesting though. I wasn't anticipating this. If this says that Kenyon Martin was talking bad about Gil behind his back after this on a whole rant, trying to embarrass this man about talking behind his back before he even knew him.
Hey man, it was talking about you, Gil.
Wow. Wow.
Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil.
Whoa.
Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil. I'm putting my face on. Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil. They were talking all the time about you, man. You see what Kenyon did to me? Don't hire them motherfuckers, man. You see what he did to me on camera? Huh? That cool? You better not hire that. Now chop this.
No. Okay, we're done.
So they did all of this backbiting, all this snake activity, turning on their own homie for the infrastructure, and the company, being company man, going against their own homie and their own friend who put them on, just for them to get fired shortly afterwards. They turned on Gil for the company, just for the company to turn on them and fired everybody, letting everybody go. Now, none of them got a job right now.
Gilbert, big dog, Gilbert, you hiring still? Hey man, all that I said about you getting fired, man, it's water under the bridge. It never happened. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm with you, baby. Hey, you still hiring, right? 'Cause ain't no jobs opportunity over here. They said, man, everybody gone. They fired the dog. You know the little dog Brandon used to bring? They told Brandon and that little dog to get up. McCants got fired with the whole underdog outfit on. I said, they fired mascots. They be sucking that. They fired. Nah. Ain't live like this, man. Hey.
Look at God. The person they thought had no leverage, Gil, the person they turned on for the company, now has all the leverage. See, Gil owned the podcast name, Underdog owned the YouTube channel. Okay. See, companies weren't willing to offer top dollar for Gil's new podcast because Underdog essentially had the same podcast. But once Underdog stopped the podcast and got rid of everybody, now companies is now willing to offer Gilbert Arenas top dollar for the podcast because now it's like if Underdog had the podcast going on, essentially they would be split in audience. But now Gilbert has the entire audience to himself now. And now companies now is offering Gilbert multi-millions of dollars now. So now Gil has an opportunity to put a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets. But those same co-hosts who would have had a guaranteed job if they ain't turned on him, now they unemployed. And Gil just did Carmelo Anthony's podcast, and Gilbert, pretty much said he's not giving none of them a job. Well, I think he says a couple, like 2 or 3 of them. But Rashad McCants, he spoke on directly. He's not getting a job under no circumstances at all.
I mean, I know they still had to do their job, but like I wanted to see where the loyalty was.
Was there anything specifically, you said Rashad specifically, was there anything that he specifically did that let you know,
Yes.
like, I really can't?
He kept shouting out the dude's name that was tanking our show.
Cemetery lyric.
Yeah, like the dude didn't do nothing for you, dog. Your deal was done before he got here. First of all, real talk, he tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. He tried to fire you at the beginning of the season. That's why they were trying to, like, Skip was getting paid for 4 days. He was only there 3. One was going to be our show. And that was to replace him because they both contrarian. They both go against it. But they said Skip does it better. He don't cuss. He don't drop the N-bomb every other hour. So they're looking for these sponsors. So they're trying to fire you. Me and Joe standing on 10 toes. Nah, we good. We're good with our roster. We're number 1 with our roster. Right? So what they did is like, all right, well, Joe and Gil ain't breaking. Hey, Rashad, you want to go to the football? Yeah, come on, football on Friday. Yeah, do a little football. So you're going to jump on the football. Then they're like, hey, can Skip come on the show with you? We can do that on Friday too. Then they do an episode with Skip on Friday. And he's like, oh man, me and Skip. And so they did that to him.
Right.
But I'm like, yo, dude never did anything. Why are you going with dude? I told you we had beef and we had war. He's trying to take over Gil's arena. So you giving him shout outs, 3 of them. So I'm like, all right. I told you we beefing with him. So the fact that you in your shout out, it ain't Underdog. Me and Underdog, we good. Jeremy, Nick, like Kate, those are beautiful people. They just hired a dude who was just a weed, right? And he kept shouting this dude out. And I was like, all right, okay, y'all got something going on. He done promised you something. I bet.
Hey, my bad. If I'm looking over and shit,
Okay.
I'm over here.
That's understandable, man. I get it.
This is dirty business, boy.
Like me and Shad didn't have no problems. Like I didn't have no problem. Like what he did is what he did. It's just that, why are you like him? Like why are you pick?
Company probably promised them all type of stuff. Oh yeah, Gil think he the star, but we think you the star. Yeah, we gonna put you and Skip Bayless and give you your own show. You gonna be the new Stephen A. Smith. I'm just so glad, man, that people got to witness in real time disloyalty not being rewarded. People get to witness in real time while being loyal to the soil, while having integrity and character will always be beneficial. 1,000%, man. Now, Gil got a multi-million-dollar deal. A company have stepped in, their foot in the bill. Now, I hate the fact that Gil keeps getting these deals because Gil is a multi-millionaire. Just pay your staff, pay your host, and do your podcast on your own, bruh. But another company have stepped in. They're launching their show in September. And Rashad McCants is on the outs with no home right now. Now, Rashad McCants heard what Gil had to say, and he responded back, and he wrote, hey, yo, I'll tell y'all what, ball up top. If it sound like a lie, it's a lie. Bring me on the show to clear it up. I got receipts. Bro, we watch it in real time. Like, we watched you turn on Gil in real time when everybody seemingly was supposed to be on board. If a company came in and stole the podcast from under somebody who started it, who you started it with, you should have been on some, nah, you can't do that to my man.
Look, you ain't got shit really to say, man. You was sinking Gil sent the raft. You was able to afford a boat with the new captain and said, fuck that nigga. Whole time the boat was a rental. It say much.
Bruh. When his contract is up, I'm gone. But instead, you did an entire ceremony dedicated to Underdog and why you're staying and not going back to Gil. Right? And even like this fan coming right here saying, yo, you ain't got ish really to say, man. You was sinking Gil sent to Raph. You was able to afford a boat with a new captain and said, F that ninja. Whole time the boat was a rental. It ain't much to say. Yo, I agree 1,000%, man.
That video over with, man. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all stay up, man. Have a blessed day.